Hey Capricorn, how are you? Capricorn, thanks so much for watching. This is going to be your read for December of 2018. This is going to be your general advice as well as your love and romance. I am going to timestamp your love and romance, okay? So this reading will cover the full month of December. And I do have a special read coming later in the month, so you guys stay tuned for that. All right, Capricorn. What is the strongest message here in general advice that Capricorn needs to hear for the month of December of 2018? And happy birthday to you, Capricorns, whose birthday falls later in December. Okay. All right, well. Okay, well, Capricorn, are we going to have a little bit of challenges here? There may be some hurdles that you guys might have to overcome. Maybe some resistance somewhere. Let's take a look. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, and how can we best clarify this reading? And our last piece of advice for Capricorn so that we can go ahead and get started on their reading. The card under the deck here is screaming out to me. All right, so Capricorn, your energy, King of Swords here. So there's this stubborn energy, which we kind of saw that there with the cards trying not to really shuffle on us. There's this stubborn energy, Capricorn, this really hard-headed energy. It could be about your ideals. It could be about, you know, just you having your mind made up about something, and you're not willing to budge about it. Now, Capricorn, this could also indicate that this is just the energy that you're working with, like the energy of those that are around you. Maybe that there's someone around you that's really close to you. Possibly could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. But they do, you know, are kind of putting this energy around you of, like, you know, their way or the highway. So again, that may kind of go into that little bit of resistance that we were having with the energy of trying to shuffle your cards there. There may be some resistance, whether you towards this energy or this energy towards any new ideals that you have, okay? Seven of Cups pops up here in the past. So I think that for a lot of you, there's this energy where, you know, there's so many different things that are before you that you really can go with. You do have so many options, or you had so many options, but I think that a lot of you are just trying to keep this energy of, no, this is what works. This is the best idea. This is the best plan. So we're going to go with this, okay? However, I think that it even still could be you just looking at things from a very clouded point of view, or maybe through a very biased point of view where you're not willing to budge because, you know, you feel as though your way is the better way. Now, this could, because this is general, you know, this could go the other way, Capricorn, where you're saying, okay, well, you know, I've presented someone with so many other different ways of us, so many other different ideals that could possibly work. Maybe some good, maybe some not so good. But however, you've presented solutions, maybe even viable solutions to the way that something has worked. Maybe, almost kind of like in a rage against the machine kind of way, where you're just like, listen, here are far other options of being able to accomplish a particular thing, of ideas of how something can work. But it's almost like it's an uphill battle, Capricorn, this month, because it's really against the grain, and it's you're really going up against maybe ideals that have been deeply rooted either within someone around you or within the environment around you. The Nine of Cups here in the present energy. So with the Nine of Cups popping up there, for a lot of you Capricorns, this indicates that, there's the reason why you're not really budging here is because there's a sense that, you have everything that you want, because things are really set up the way that you want them to be set up. So, of course, there's resistance, of course, because, you are already content, you're already happy, things are going the way that you want them to go, that you're turning your back, to any other possibility of the way things could go. Okay, because your wishes came true, Capricorn. Or you're dealing in an environment where someone else is getting their way. So why do they want to change? Because they're completely happy with the way things are going for them. Five of Wands. So now we're looking at that complete resistance here. That complete, what do you call it? Like maybe even a mutiny. Oh my goodness. Capricorn. So I don't know, maybe this is like on the job or something, and this is like the boss that you're dealing with that already has like an established set of rules. And then here you are coming in with these new innovative plans, new innovative ideas, but because it's not what they want, and because, it's not necessarily what they would have come up with, or maybe because they didn't come up with it, now there's like, this energy where somebody is saying, okay, well, I'm going to cause this kind of conflict, to like make you, like, either to discredit you so that they can keep on with what they've been keeping up with, or, it's like, or this Five of Wands is just, again, it's just this person is just in direct conflict with you because of your ideals and because of you trying to maybe, and it's not like you're really even trying to change things. It's just like you're just coming in, or you came in seeing something, just as a fresh pair of eyes on a situation, seeing something different. And you're dealing with someone who, just really wants it their way. Or this could be you, Capricorn, where you just really want things your way. And, there's been, lately, different ideals being shown to you. And I think that because for some of you, or for some of them, because it's not their idea or your idea, it just really makes things really conflicted. Either within yourself, there's confliction within yourself there, obviously. I mean, your hands are folded, confliction. There's conflict within yourself because, your hands are folded there. But then also I feel like there's conflict just in general because, things are just being shaken up. And now we've got the King of Cups. So we've got two kings right up under each other, Capricorn. So I think that, this is causing you, I think some of the changes that may be being implemented this month for a lot of you Capricorns are causing you to really withdraw. And not saying that you can't hold on to the power, but it's just, I think that a lot of you are just really withdrawing. I think that a lot of you are really contemplating maybe some sort of like coup de grace type of move where you're going to just really be like, okay, you know what, this is going to be the thing that ends it, where you actually do finally make a decision. Since it's got to be your way or the highway, why don't you be the one to just go ahead and say, okay, you know what, out of all of these possible solutions, this is what we're going to do if it pleases everyone. You know, because I think that for a lot of you, you know, you don't want this conflict around, but with the King of Cups being there, I just think that I think that with the King of Cups being there, it's a balance for you to be able to understand, okay, well, you know what, you know, my ideals or what's going on in my head doesn't necessarily always fit everyone around me. King of Cups does come in there to kind of just really help you understand that, okay, you know, it just kind of helps you understand that emotional side of you. Okay, that emotional side of things, it kind of helps you understand how everyone involved in this kind of feels. Okay, so it does kind of give you this more rounded side of yourself, where it's not necessarily, you know, my way, or, you know, where it's not necessarily my ideas work. It's like, okay, well, let me take this to a point of understanding and how I can include everybody's ideals. It's still you coming up with the decision, or it's still that person coming up with the decision, but the decision or the idea is being made with the consideration of everyone. And I feel like this could be happening towards the middle of the month, where, you know, the ideals that does actually get implemented, and actually the rules or the ground rules or whatever it is that was so stable and that was so you know, not willing to budge, things kind of happened where it's still up to that person to make those decisions, or still up to that person to really kind of be that boss. But at the same time, it's just a lot more rounded, a lot less biased on them, and more considerate toward, you know, other people that are involved. So Capricorn, you could have that turning point toward the middle of the month. Right now in the current environment, we do have the Empress. So I think that with the Empress being right here, kind of crossing, or not crossing, but, you know, in a diagonal, in a line with the King of Swords and the Seven of Cups, I really think that for a lot of you Capricorn, I don't really think that you necessarily want it to really be your way of the highway. It's just that that's how things have been. And, you know, it's just like, that's what works. And, you know, Capricorn, that is kind of your energy, where you do, Capricorn, you really have this stable energy where you will persevere as long as something works. That's where you're going to, you know, that's what you're going to go with, you know, those more tried and true, ideas and beliefs, you know, because that's what's been working for generations and generations. And I think that some of you Capricorns, some of you for this month, you know, I'm getting the sense that some of you may be the oldest, like in your family, or like you could possibly be the matriarch yourself. And you're just really trying to carry on these traditions, you know, that has been working for your family over generations and generations. But I think that, you know, with this new generation and these new kids, man, okay, so I think that that is what's going to be the challenging thing, is where you're going to be faced with being presented with a lot more different ways to skin a cat. But, you know, you still want to hang on to those traditions, okay? And I think that with the Empress here and the King of Cups, I think that a lot of you still are able to find a way to hold on to those traditions, but at the same time, you know, implement new innovative ways to help please or satisfy everyone. And not that you're in the business of people pleasing, but it's just more so, it's, you know, it's just like what is going to be for the greater good to bring about the most positive energy this month. And for that, it's causing you Capricorn to just kind of look out of the tunnel vision that you guys have of when there's a particular goal that you want. You know, you have this kind of tunnel vision sometimes. And I think this is just giving you other different options to explore that could still possibly be working. Okay, now with the Empress being there in the present position, I'm also getting the energy that for a lot of you, if you're not necessarily like the matriarch in the family, it could just be where you're just like, I feel like maybe Capricorn, you're like maybe the oldest sibling, you know, like you're the oldest sibling of you know, however many brothers and sisters you have, and you know, there's this motherly type of, or this parently type of bond that you have, you know, with your siblings, or just with, you know, the people that are like within your age group in your family. There's like this mother vibe that you have. There's this energy where, like, you know, it's earthy, it's gravitational. And, you know, you being that earth sign Capricorn, I think that that does represent you to the fullest, where, you know, a lot of people do kind of really see you as the person to look up to in the family, you know, if this is something to deal with your family. But that's just the energy I feel. I just feel like there's a lot of different ideals being expressed, Capricorn, and it's just up to you to figure out how you want to go about it. Do you want to go about it in your way, or do you want to go about it in a way that's going to include everyone and not make anybody feel left out, or well, not the Five of Cups, but I mean, so Pentacles, but, you know, not going to upset anyone. The Chariot. Okay, so I think that the Chariot comes up here in the hopes and fears. I think that for a lot of you, you hope that things will just go ahead and just carry on the way that they've always been carried on. You know, for some of you guys, this could speak to, you know, Christmas season coming up. You know, or a lot of traditions are being, you know, laid out there, you know, and there's different ways of you trying to accomplish them. The Chariot is saying that you definitely do find a way to be able to kind of get everything together, get everyone together and on the same accord. The Chariot kind of indicates to me that, you know, things do move fairly smoothly through the month, you know, but it's only because, it's only when you're able to really just sit there and just, I think, I think what it is that you'll find that the more attuned you get with, trying to be more go with the flow as opposed to resistant toward different ideals, I think that's when you're going to find that it's going to be very easy for you to get through the month, where when you're going with the flow of things as opposed to trying to resist, Capricorn. And it's not that you're really trying to resist, but it's just you're trying to hold tight to certain ideals, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're just trying to hold tight to certain traditions, but there's a certain sense of resistance here with everyone else around, and I feel like, you know, it may be more beneficial for you to go with the flow of things as opposed to, you know, being resistance and kind of really creating that conflict that, you know, that possibly could arise in the future. This is only potential energy. So so let's see what we have in the outcome. Eight of Wands. So communication, travel, you know, people, you with the Chariot here right under the Eight of Wands. I think that for a lot of you, you know, again, and this does speak more toward the end now of December, a lot of you will be traveling for the holidays. You will be going to see the people that you have upheld these traditions with for a very, very long time. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe, you know, everybody, you know, you're so used to everybody coming to your hometown or to where, you know, Big Mama's was, you know, where everybody's from. But, you know, maybe people are now more spread out. And so, you know, there's other different traditions that they're creating with their family. And it's just like, maybe you're just like, okay, well, you know, I'm still trying to do something here at home, you know, but, you know, everybody wants to do other things. But I think that this indicates that for a lot of you Capricorn, in order for you to really maintain, like, you know, that, the dynamic of, you know, still being in the, well, I'm trying not to say in the Christmas spirit because it's not all about Christmas time here, but that could be what this is about. I mean, this could be a Santa Claus figure, no? No? Anyway, I'm going over on my time here. But Capricorn, a lot of you will find that, I think, you know, going with the flow of things, maybe traveling, maybe being a little bit more receptive to different ideas, no matter how far off base they feel to you. It's what's going to allow you to be able to smoothly move through December. I think December is going to be about you guys just really just trying to learn or trying to understand to go with the flow, and that there's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay, and now look, we got the King of Swords again. Oh, I love when that happens. The Justice card, and then we have the World card. Oh, beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy, Capricorn. The King of Swords pops out there again to just let you know, hey, remind you, like, listen, I have, you can still hang on to those traditions. You can still hang on to everything that that you want within you. But, maybe the conflict here is that, it's happening in a new place, or maybe it's happening in a far off location that you just feel like it just takes you, or it's happening in a way that you feel like it's just so far removed from what you're used to or the traditions of old. But with the Justice card being here, I think that it's just saying that, Capricorn, it's time for you to just really understand that there's just different ways. Again, it's just it's time for you to just have this understanding here because you still have your sword there. Okay, the World here, new beginnings, ending to a particular ideal, just as you at the threshold of just maybe maybe the threshold of a brand new tradition where it now becomes a tradition now to where everybody gets a hand in deciding how things work, and not just you, Capricorn, or not necessarily saying just you, or just, it doesn't have to be the way it's always been. This World card allows you, it's saying that by the end of December and as the new year pops in, and this is beautiful because it does line up with the new year. So with this popping in, this is just saying that by new year come, I think that you guys will be more of an open door, more open to other possibilities, more open to other ideals other than your own. Your advice card is the Maiden. A new relationship blossoms. Okay, so Capricorn, this is still positive energy. Now, I didn't necessarily feel this very relationshipy, but this does feel like, for some of you, some point throughout the month of December, you may meet the person that you are supposed to be with. If you're looking for that type of relationship with anybody, this could indicate that as you move forward, it's like as you learn to let go of certain ideals and certain beliefs, and you kind of open yourself up to other possibilities as far as other ideals and beliefs, you actually also inadvertently open the door to maybe the person that you are supposed to be with. Or you may even find like a sense of renewed relationship with the people that are around you, Capricorn. So that's beautiful energy. You guys are going to have to really let me know how this works out for you guys in the comment box. I really like that energy, Capricorn. You guys had two Kings of Swords, a King of Cups, and then a new relationship. Man, I'm going to leave that there though. And now let's move to your love and romance reading. Love and romance for Capricorn for the month of December. What is the strongest message for Capricorn for the month of December for love and romance? For the person that is most on their mind, be it separated or together. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's go ahead and draw the remaining cards. And our last card here, the Whispers of Love. Sorry, that was kind of like a yarn slash talk. I don't know. All right, Capricorn. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got for love and romance December. Four of Coins and the Six of Cups. Okay, so Capricorn. Ooh, okay, so you guys are really holding on again. Like, oh my God, what is this energy of you guys just really holding? You're holding something close to you. You're protecting something, even Capricorn. I feel like you're protecting something of value here. With the Six of Cups, it could be something that, that you've had for a very, very long time. There's maybe this very nostalgic sense of, or rather, there's this sense of nostalgia. Maybe with the person that you have most on your mind here in December, and you may not be necessarily expressive of that. That's something that you really do keep close to your chest. So Capricorn, I feel like for some of you, this could speak to any of you that are mostly in like separation mode with someone. And I feel like it's someone that you really do have on your mind, and I think that they are on your mind as well. You're on their mind as well for majority of December, okay? So I'm going to call it. I feel like there could be the energy of like reconciliation here. A new relationship blossoms. This could be somebody coming back from the past to just, somebody that's really able to access and really penetrate the innermost part of you, the part that you keep the most protected, okay? And there's that energy of them coming back around, or something reminds you of them, and it puts you on their mind and them on yours. Two of Cups. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, so there's this connection that you guys may have once had before, Capricorn. You guys may have had a particular connection. You have identified a connection that you had with them. If this is somebody that like you're still with, I really feel like it's at a point now where you guys may be trying to get back to the way things maybe used to be in your relationship, where and I think that you may have reached a point in your relationship where you do feel like you have to maybe you're like protecting certain assets, or you're just holding your foundation or your reservations really close to yourself, or you're shielding, maybe you're shielding like the most special part of yourself. And I think that it may be just because it's reached a point in the relationship where, you feel like you have to do that. Okay. But with the Two of Cups, I think that you are going to be reminded, in the Six of Cups, I think that in September, you are going to be reminded of that, that sort of, you're going to be reminded of what brought you together in the first place. Now, we do have the King of Wands, okay? So I'm getting the energy where with the King of Wands, now you got the King of Wands. You had the other kings in your earlier reading, but now I'm seeing the King of Wands here. So, so Capricorn, I really feel like the person that you have most on your mind really adores you. They really are attracted to you, especially here in December. They already feel attracted to you just by thinking about the way things used to be. They may even be thinking about, offering you, that love again. Again, I did say that, it could be reconciliation here, or it could just be, that renewed sense of passion with the person that you're currently with, if you're still together. This could be saying that, again, you guys are just really adoring one another. This is like this more mature way of moving about things very passionately. It's not like the Page of Wands, it's the King of Wands. So I think that for some of you, this is somebody that you already have known before, whether, and you may be separate, or or you may be still together, but there's like this renewed energy, this renewed passion within each other. But it's being gone. It's happening. It's being played out. Like you're going about it with more experience, because this is somebody that you've dealt with in the past before, and maybe things didn't work out, or this is somebody that you're dealing with now. You've been dealing with them for a very long time, and you're trying to discover a new way of just kind of rekindling that passion that you had for each other before. However, you know, you're more mature now, so you're able to, I think that a lot of you are able to move about it in a more mature way, however that works out for you guys in December. So the energy that we do have crowning is the Fool. Yeah, Capricorn, you guys are ready. You guys want to move right into this. You guys definitely want to say, okay, you know what, you know, I think that with the King of Wands here, this is that action. You guys are ready to go back to this person and say, listen, you know, things definitely didn't work out before, or things maybe were, you know, a little bit, maybe, you know, I was a little bit guarded, I was a little bit protected here, or vice versa. But, you know, that now that we're a little bit more mature, there's still this attraction level within us. There's still this energy, you know, let's go and let's try it now. Let's try it again, you know. I'm really feeling that energy. So that there is that sense of, you know, maybe you are willing to reconcile with someone, whether it happens or not. You're willing to reconcile with them. They're willing to reconcile with you. With the Two of Cups, though, I really feel like you guys are willing to reconcile with each other. And then now we have the Seven of Cups. So, wasn't the Seven of Cups in your earlier reading as well? I think it was. Yeah, it was. But you guys will see it if you looked at both. But you guys could be just, I think that with the potential energy here, I think that with the Seven of Cups and then the Six of Cups being right next to it, I think that you guys, I feel like you could potentially still be looking at this person through like rose-colored lenses. And I'm not saying that they're not changed, that they're not a different person, or that you're not a different person, Capricorn. I just really feel like, you know, that the connection between you two is so strong that there's still this sense of like rose-colored lenses when you think about them. And there's no possible way that you can't think of them in a very positive light. You know, because I think that for some of you, this like could have been, I'm getting the sense that for some of you, this could have been like maybe your very first, whether your very first boyfriend or your very first sexual partner, you know, and maybe there was this level of inexperience before, okay, and so that, and then now that with the King of Wands, this is like, okay, well, you know, you've learned enough about yourself, they've learned enough about themselves, that, you know, this energy you're still able to connect with and move forward with, even if it means that you don't really know exactly how things are going to really end up. But hey, you know, this could correlate with your earlier reading where it's more so as, you know, you're able to let go of control a little bit, you know, or, you know, maybe you're able to understand that things don't always have to be exactly up to you. You could really, you know, benefit from this. So the card that we have here now is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I think that, yeah, the Seven of Cups there, it pops up because then the Nine of Cups still, I mean, the Nine of Wands pops up to say that you guys still are really dealing with maybe some triggers. You're still holding on to certain, maybe certain negative aspects of the relationship that didn't allow it to work in the beginning the first way, or maybe earlier in the relationship there was just some things that you noticed that you maybe are coming back up again later down the line of this relationship now that it's more established. And it's just really causing you to just really take a look and just really remember, maybe you guys are really holding on to, maybe what you're really holding on to is, or maybe what you're really trying to withhold is the fact that you do have, maybe not reservations, but just, you know, because I see that you're ready to move either back into this relationship with someone, or you're ready to renew the relationship with someone that you're already with. But there's this energy where you're still looking at the past and maybe looking at things that may not have been the best. Like you're still looking at red flags. You may still be noticing red flags. So we have very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And then we also have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Okay. Okay. So I feel very conflicted with this, Capricorn, because on one hand, we do have saying that you need to go ahead and decide what it is that you want so it comes to you. But then on the other hand, we have this saying release your ex because it's time to clear your energy. Okay. Now, this can go for both messages for both ways. Okay. So with the very soon, I feel like for a lot of you, I think that very soon here in maybe more so in the beginning of December, you guys are really going to understand what it is that you're holding on to. You're going to understand the connection that you want from someone in the past. Now, this could be an ex, or it could just be someone that you just had a missed opportunity with, right? Now, with others of you, the release of your ex, I think that for a lot of you, this is saying that you are going to have to get over things that may have happened to you before in other relationships before you can really go ahead and move forward within this one. Okay. You know, for some of you, I think that the nostalgia that you do have maybe for an ex is being noticed by maybe the person that is around you. And, you know, they may not be really able to identify it yet, but I think that they may be able to sense something. Now, with the last piece of advice, we have show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So I think that this is just giving us some overall piece of advice here for December. It's just to really act on a kind heart, really think with a kind heart here. You know, and you know, this is just saying that, you know, with you being kind-hearted, it's not necessarily saying you have to be, you know, dumb or be, you know, a fool and, you know, overlooking your red flags or anything. I just think that it's just saying that within every decision that you do, whether you decide to, you know, move back towards someone that you were with before, or continue to just renew what you already have established with the person you're already with. I think that it's just saying, just try not to act aggressively. Just try to do things just in a very kind way. You know, if there's something that you want to express to someone, the best way that you can express it to them is just by being kind to them. And Capricorn, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that. But if you do want to book a personal reading, to maybe help understand more about this, we can just email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. The link will be in the description. And you guys have a very great December. I'll see you guys later on in December, where I will have a very special read for you guys. Okay, so Capricorn, you guys take care. Bye.